Hello and welcome to the Race Department GP2 series, round 10 in Germany. With me, 644. As you can see, I've got a nice new feature there going on with the map. But yeah, so we're on board my qualifying lap. So coming down into the first corner, brake just over the crest. Running a bit wide, but not wasting too much time. And coming around this tricky first section, I find it quite hard for me. But I've been getting better at it throughout the 2 weeks practice I've had. And Germany for me is my worst track, so I was kind of thinking I'd go in for the coveted wooden spoon being last place. But yeah, I actually kind of done alright. So going around the hairpin and up through the Schumacher S, and then coming towards the end of the second sector. And coming out of the second sector, I think we're about 7 tenths down in the quickest lap, so it's not great. But this last sector I lose about a second, maybe just over a second of time, and it must be through that last hairpin, that last chicane, sorry. And as we come out in the last corner, Coca-Cola curve, come across the line to go provisionally 8th, and that's where I stay for the rest of the qualifying session. So qualified 8th, so it's quite good, and I was on the primes, so it's a bonus. As you can see, TNG's qualified first, T-Grass is second, so Salute third. So my objective is to finish 11th, and there's a full grid today of 16 cars, but there's a 59% chance of rain, so I've got to kind of adjust my setup a little bit for the rain. So that's basically changing my brake pressures and the gearing. So TNG first, me 9th, and my teammate crashed in qualifying and didn't set a time, so he's starting from the back of the grid. So I've got Force India of Beza and Sauber technically in front of me, and the lights are out and it's go go go. So put the fuel mix up to 3, up to Rich, and breaking into the first corner. Kind of give Beza a little bump, and oh my god, they kind of go flying over each other. And well, there's a spinner, it's a Techno late, and I get caught up in it, and now I've dropped back down to 10th. Got Ryback just behind me and Rapid Man just in front. It's looking quite busy there as I get a good run at that final corner, that last corner, and just drive past Rapid Man. Rapid Man, who I've had a few incidents with in Canada and last China. There's 2 people go wide, and I take that place and move up to 7th already. So it's nicely up to 7th. Now move on to lap 2, and still in 7th, as you see, someone's in the gravel, and it is T-Crass, and put the fuel mixture up to Rich, and the Rapid Man's past him as well, so run a bit wide there, but don't lose any time really. Now on to lap 3, I'm in 6th still, and I get it all sideways, and that allows Rapid Man and T-Crass to close right up on me. As I kind of cut the corner a little bit through the Schumacher S, and I gain a bit of time on the other 2. As we come into the end of the second sector, and into the DRS zone. So T-Crass will get the DRS on me, but he's 8 tenths behind me, or higher 7 tenths, as I break into the final chicane, and going around the final curve, Coca-Cola curve, finish lap 3 and to start lap 4. So T-Crass is closed right up on me now, so that DRS obviously did help a bit. I brake nicely, and I see the arrows of T-Crass, and he kind of runs straight on, and I've got nowhere to go, so I lose the position, two Rapid Man who goes past both of us, and T-Crush is still behind me. So that was just T-Crush out braking himself, and I had nowhere to go. So now I've got a Rapid Man to catch, and coming round the forward curve here, and I'm using a bit of curves, and I'm thinking about I might have a move, make a move, but no, I think better of it and get a nice run out of that, or actually get a bit of wheel spin coming out of that Dunlop hairpin. I think it's called Dunlop. Yeah, Dunlop curve. As we come into the end of the second segment, and I'll get a DRS on him. So I've got the DRS using most of my curves. I'll go past him and brake too late, and I'll brake myself, but managed to keep it on the track, and fair play to Rapid Man who does the cut back on me. So that's a nice move by Rapid Man on me there. And now we come down to start lap 5, getting the slipstream pull out. I think we pulled out a bit too early then, but now coming into the first corner, and I've hit him, and I get a little bump from behind it, and I get a penalty, and you can hear what I thought of that. As didn't really think that was my fault, but yeah, thought he came across me more than anything, and I switched the fuel mixture down to lean because I'm going to come in on this end of this lap. So here's a slow-mo of the replay of the incident. As you can hear, a random gun noise there. I don't know what that is. As I'm not really on the apex, but I wasn't really going fast enough for him to drive into him. And this is an extra slow-mo. I'm going 40 miles an hour, so I'm not really moving in a Formula 1 car. So I just thought he drove across me really, but because I've switched the fuel mixture down to lane, it's allowed T-Crush to catch up and get in the slipstream, and he'll get the DRS. There's a look, but he's not close enough, and I keep the place as we go through the final chicane, and I come into the pits to take my penalty. I'll take my penalty now and be racing with T-Crush to keep the position and waste more time. So it's a long old boring pit lane. Not the longest by any means, but it's pretty boring having to coast through it. And I'm dropping places all the time, and I come out in 11th as Pasdrop is just in front of me. And I've got Hamilton fan just behind, just skipped to lap 10, and I'm coming into the pits to change my tyres. Been told that the rain is expected in 10 minutes, so that's about lap 17. But for some reason I go for primes, and the options are lasting 7 laps, so I could have easily gone on the options, but I wasn't really thinking properly, and I put another set of primes on. I suppose it's just to be safe, but I put the primes on, and I come out in 8th, and my teammate in 2nd, and Pasdrop's just gone past me. So I slam on the brakes to make sure I don't hit him and get another penalty. I've got Rapid Man behind me. I run a bit wide. Oh, there we go, bang. And Rapid Man has hit me and gone straight past, and doesn't bother giving me the place back despite taking advantage from it. So I switched the fuel mixture up to normal, standard. Through the forward curve, using a bit of curves. Rapid Man runs a bit wide into the hairpin, and I get a bit locked up as we come through the Schumacher S. I'm lifting off a bit because I'm on cold tyres, but so Rapid Man, I'll get the DRS on Rapid Man. So we've had previous incidents in Canada and China. One of which is his faulting one, which was mine. As I go around the outside, he forced me onto the grass. I take an aggressive line across, take to the grass and take the place. And I think at the point I was just angry that he knocked me on again, and yeah, so I didn't bother giving the place back. I didn't get a penalty or a warning or anything for it, so didn't bother. So I switched and Felix dropped to Rich to try and get away from me. As I look from down the inside, it doesn't make any rash move there. As we move towards lap 15, and it's starting to rain a little bit, but not enough for it wind enters yet. We've got Hamilton fan, a recovering Hamilton fan behind me, DRS, but he's not close enough. And I take that position. No, I keep that position. So as he's been catching me quite quickly over the last few laps, but he's not got past me yet. So you're coming down into the first corner, and you can see the arrows, and I think he must have gone straight on that corner because I managed to get a gap. And there we can see some gravel dust, and then on the inside you see piles are up, so he's obviously gone off somewhere. And because of the rain, I'm backing off a little bit on this corner, so I'll get DRS on Powers Up if I keep it on the track. And I seem to have done that. Yes, I have. So I'll get the DRS on Powers Up. So using the rest of my curves, I'm going to come in this time around. The curves go down the outside, around the outside, brake. Oh, he pushes me wide a bit, so, and I have to take it to the escape road and wait for Powers Up to go back past because I don't want to get a penalty for illegal overtake. So I come in, switch fuel mixer down to lean, and put the inters on. There we go. Get my words out. So from being my worst track, and I'm down in 10th, I wasn't really too surprised, but over the recent time, last week, I've actually improved quite a lot. So I was not expecting much, but hoping for good things. As you can see, lap to 24 now, and my teammate Gunnar Gamble's just gone off into the gravel, and this is for position. I mean, I don't want to hassle him too much and hit him off because we're teammates, and it's not going to be happy words if it happens. I won't get a DRS because it's raining, but I'm close enough to I might be close enough to have a go, but no, actually I don't think I will. But I close up on the braking quite a lot, so take a lot of curb there, get a bit of wheel spin. Now through the Coca-Cola curve to start lap 25. I'm in P9, getting the slipstream a little bit, but I close up quite a lot. I brake a bit earlier, and I slam on the brakes to make sure I don't hit him. I thought he was going to let me through for a second, but he didn't. Now around turn 2, and he's gone off, sideways off, spun off. It's a bad news for him, but good news for me because I'm up to 8th. I've got Powser up in front of me again. So I'm up to 7th now as T-Crest retired. And this is lap 28, and I go straight on at the hairpin Dunlop curve. It's the only mistake I've made so far in the wet. So that's quite good, and you can see on the final lap, Kart Bandits in front, one, sorry, and I knew I couldn't make any places up, and I knew I was far enough in front of Techno Elite not to lose the place, so I just don't bother trying to save the spin, and do spin in the end. So we come around the last corner to finish the race, and in finishing P7, so it's a nice, quite a good race for me, position-wise. You can see Kart Bandits 1, Beza 2nd, Suicide 3rd, TNG 4th, Holy Sam 5th, Powser Up 6th, E7 for Techno Elite 8th, Hamilton Fan 9th, Rapid Man 10th, Sniper C in 11th, and that's all I could see. But yeah, anyway, thank you for joining me for this race, and we'll see you next week when we are in Hungary at the Hungaroring. So thank you and see you then.